the python hunting. I think in Florida now, anyone can hunt a python, and you get a prize too. Like,
Everyone thought Florida was joking. Honey badgers in the Everglades? It sounded like a meme that went too far. But somewhere along the line, the joke stopped feeling funny. At first, it was just whispers, hunters talking in bait shops, swamp guides lowering their voices, a line on a blurry screenshot that read, "It's done." Most people brushed it off. Florida has seen every crazy rumor possible. Gators in pools, iguanas falling from trees, strange animals from old pet cages showing up in backyards. But then python hunters reported something new. Nests torn apart, eggs crushed, trails that didn't match any local predator. Something out there wasn't just killing pythons, it was hunting them. And as the signs spread, one question grew louder. If Florida didn't release honey badgers, then what did? Florida has always been the place where nature feels bigger, louder, and stranger than anywhere else. And sometimes, people make it even stranger. Decades ago, someone thought cane toads could stop beetles in sugarcane fields. Instead, the toads spread everywhere and poisoned pets and wildlife. Then came the iguanas, harmless pets that now fall from trees when the temperature drops. Tegu lizards showed up next, digging up turtle eggs. Nile monitors began creeping along canals, hunting anything smaller than them. So when a rumor spread that Florida might try something bold, even reckless, to fight pythons, some folks didn't laugh. They remembered history. They remembered everything that once started as, "This can't be real." And deep down, they wondered, if this state has tried so many wild solutions before, would releasing honey badgers really be that crazy? Or is the truth even stranger than that? At first, the Burmese pythons were just a rumor too. A few strange sightings in the 80s, a giant snake by a canal here, a missing house pet there. Then Hurricane Andrew hit in 1992. Breeding facilities were destroyed, tanks shattered, and suddenly hundreds of snakes slipped into the wild, silent, hungry, perfectly built to survive. The Everglades became the ideal home, warm, wet, endless places to hide. Soon the snakes grew bigger, stronger, and more fearless. They swallowed birds, raccoons, deer, even alligators. Scientists watched as small animals vanished. Not a slow decline, a sudden silence, like nature's voice had been cut off. For years, Florida tried everything: hunters, traps, dogs, drones. But the snakes kept breeding, spreading, winning. People wondered, if a predator has no enemy, will it rule forever unless something new arrives to stop it?
Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to a friend or family. Your support helps us to spread this word of grace.
Florida's Everglades used to feel alive. Bird calls at sunrise, rabbits darting through grass, splashing sounds from gators hunting fish. But as pythons spread, the soundscape changed. Less noise, less movement. Whole pockets of the swamp turned still, like something had drained the life out of them. Residents noticed first. Dogs vanished from yards. Cats didn't come home. Even baby gators stopped showing up in certain creeks. Wildlife officers warned families to keep kids close near canals. Boaters said they saw shadows under the water, long, thick shapes coiling just beneath the surface. Fears settled in. Not movie fear, not loud fear, quiet fear. The kind that grows when nature feels wrong. People asked the same question over and over. How do you fight a predator that fears nothing and eats everything? And then a new whisper appeared. Maybe nature didn't give up. Maybe it sent something back. Florida fought the python invasion with everything it had. Hunters crawled through the swamp at night, shining lights through thick grass. Some spent hours in chest-deep water, waiting, listening, trying to spot one silent ripple. There were bounty programs, python hunts, training teams, even GPS-tagged Judas snakes released to find others. Each idea worked a little, but not enough. For every python caught, there were 10 more tucked away in the dark. Drones scanned tree lines, dogs sniffed for nests, scientists tested soil and water for tiny bits of snake DNA. But the numbers barely moved. The Everglades kept slipping away. By then, people were desperate. Some whispered that if science couldn't fix it, maybe instinct could. Maybe the only thing that could stop a python was a creature just as fearless and far more mean. And suddenly, talk of honey badgers didn't sound so crazy anymore. It began like most unbelievable stories do, online. A strange screenshot, a short message, 2 words. It's done. At first, people laughed. This was Florida, after all, the state where legends grow faster than palm trees. But then the rumor spread into hunting groups, ranger radios, and swamp-side bars. Someone swore they heard a wildlife officer say, "They're out there." A fisherman claimed he saw something striped dart across a bank at dusk. A hiker reported claw marks near what looked like a python nest.
Was it raccoons? Otters? Or did Florida really release the most fearless animal on Earth, the honey badger, to fight the python army? Officials refused to comment, but the silence only fueled suspicion. Because deep in the wetlands, something strange was happening, and it wasn't the internet talking anymore. What exactly were people seeing? To understand why this rumor spread so fast, you need to know one thing. Honey badgers are not normal animals. They don't scare easy. They don't run. They fight. Anything. Lions, cobras, hyenas. Their skin is thick and loose, built so predators can't hold them. They can twist, bite, and claw, even when grabbed. And they survive venom that would kill almost anything else. They dig. They climb. They tear holes through fences like paper. In Africa, farmers say they aren't pests. They're problems. Small, but unstoppable. Not hunters, brawlers of the wild. So when people whispered that Florida had released them, the idea didn't feel impossible. It felt bold, reckless, and strangely fitting. Because if the pythons ruled the swamp like silent kings, then the honey badgers would be the warriors kicking down the palace doors. But soon, rumors turned into something else. Sightings, with no easy answer. The first hunters to speak up were brushed off. They said they saw eyes low to the ground, glowing, moving fast, too fast to be a raccoon. They found burrows ripped open, not dug neatly like armadillos, and python nests shredded, eggs crushed like they were nothing. One guide swore he heard a sound, a deep growl, low and sharp, not from a gator, not from a bobcat. Something else, something angry. Then trail cameras picked up shapes moving quick through tall grass, blurry, small, muscular, black and white streaks, the kind of footage you rewind again and again, trying to convince yourself it's just a trick of light. Officials claimed it was misidentification. Locals weren't so sure. Because every week, more pythons were found torn open, not swallowed, not strangled, ripped apart. Whatever was out there wasn't hunting for food. It was fighting a war. Soon, reporters started asking questions. wildlife offices shut their doors a little faster. Phone calls got routed to no comment. The state released statements. Short, stiff, careful. There is no honey badger program. There are no non-native predators introduced. Yet, at the same time, restricted zones appeared near deep swamp access roads. Airboats were turned away without warning, and one ranger, speaking quietly off the record, said only, "If something is out there, we didn't put it here." Strange wording. Stranger timing. Then came the budget reports. Tiny lines about wildlife response units and rapid predator management. No details. Just numbers. Money moving quietly in the dark. People started connecting dots. If there was nothing to hide, why act like something could get out?
And if they didn't release honey badgers, were they trying to catch them instead? Months passed. The rumor didn't fade. It spread. Hunters whispered. Guides lowered their voices. And deep in the Everglades, something felt different. Python numbers dipped in a few zones. Just a little. Just enough to notice. Tracks appeared again in soft mud. Claws. Heavy steps. Not bear. Not cat. Something low, powerful, and fast. Night paddlers reported splashes by mangrove edges. Not snakes sliding in the water, but something charging through it. One fisherman swore he saw a striped back slip under the weeds. Another found a python torn almost in half, like it met a force that didn't fear it, didn't stalk it, just attacked. Florida officials say it's all rumor. Locals say something new rules parts of the swamp now. And somewhere in that hot, buzzing dark, something still moves. Maybe Florida never released honey badgers. Or maybe they did. And now, the Everglades belongs to something wild again. The swamp is changing. And whatever comes next won't be quiet.